All right, folks, so let's get on with the show. My first guest tonight was, of course, a cast member on SCTV, one of the greatest shows of all time. He's also appeared in numerous films, including Father of the Bride 1 and 2 and Mars Attacks. On Sunday, you can see him in Alice in Wonderland right here on good old budget-cutting NBC. Please welcome the always hilarious Martin Short.
They are a lovely crowd. Andrew?
Hi.
How the hell are you?
Very, very good.
Excellent.
Are you going to stand up again? Just because I need to know, because I'm supposed to stand up if you do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's part of the talk show rules. See?
You want to edit that last decision of yours.
There'll be no editing tonight.
Oh, really? But I'm confused.
Let's move on.
Sure. But you...
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
Thank you.
I'm thrilled to have you here. I'm also
thrilled to be here.
People don't know that there's a reunion. I've always been an SCTV nut, one of my favorite shows. There's a reunion in Aspen at the Comedy Festival, and I've been asked to moderate it.
Yes.
It's a big honor for me, and I'm going to do this thing in about a week, and we're looking at clips, and we're all howling today looking at the clip of you doing Jerry Lewis, which I had forgotten how funny your Jerry Lewis is. Could I have a little Jerry?
Well, you know, there are two Jerrys. There are two Jerrys. There's the young Jerry, you know, gotta get my old tuxedo pressed. Wah! There's that one.
Thank you.
Thanks for remembering. But then there's, as Jerry aged, he became more profound. And I always imagined that it was like Jerry had a lozenge in his mouth. And he was sucking the lozenge and he talked about life. And he would say things like, the problem with Hollywood is that they're afraid of a perfectionist. Because the Hollywood of today is not the Hollywood that I knew from then. Because now it's run by 12-year-olds who don't know from Cinderfella, who are only worried about big Heubens and Schneem, and they don't care. And so what I would do is kind of combine the two Jerrys in pieces like, you know, Scenes from an Idiot's Marriage, which was funny. Bergman and Jerry and stuff like that. Yeah.
It was hilarious stuff. We were also looking at the thing you did, Irving Cohen, the songwriter.
Irving Cohen was he's an 89-year-old songwriter who writes 15 songs a day at the Brill Building, all of them bad. You know. So, for example, if he were here today, he'd, you know, for example, pull out his cigar and say, "Give me a C, a bouncy C." Conan O'Brien, you're quite a guy. I'd say you stand about oh so high. You got Andy Richter, and that's a good thing. But sometimes you work blue, and that ain't so good. Dot, 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 D, whatever the hell else you want to put in there.
Yay!
This is like a medley of old triumphs, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. Well, when did you start? At what age? Because obviously you were doing characters from very young. When did you start doing characters? What made you want to?
I think that, you know, when you grow up in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, are you serious?
No, they're not from there.
Oh, they're just saying, how about growing up there? No, I mean, I had a tape recorder that I would tape things, you know, all the time. I would hide under Christmas dinner. I'd put the tape recorder underneath, and like in 1966, I was 16, I put the tape recorder underneath the dining room table just to hear the fights, you know. You want dark meat? Well, there's dark meat on that GD leg. Pick up the leg and chomp the dark meat. That would be my father. And then years later...
A wonderful character.
Oh, yeah, he was a fun guy. And so years later, I would, you know, take that character and make him into a character. There was a woman who lived down the street whose name I won't repeat, of course, because of the whole lawsuit thing. But she was like about, you know, 300 pounds, and she'd sit in her chair. She had 8 kids, and she'd mother by just screaming at them like that. Shut up! And she had a coffee mug. It'd be filled with Camel cigarettes, and she'd always be drinking a Slurpee, one of big freezy Slurpee. So, and she was obsessed with John Kennedy. Mm-hmm. So she'd be saying, you know, the thing is about President Kennedy, he was what they call a working-aholic. That's what they called it. Randy, stop that banging up there! I'd like to plaster the last one more year, thank you very much! But he was what, then she slipped the Slurpee. Brain freeze! She always get brain freeze. She always would freak. So one day I brought a little tape recorder down and taped this maniac. And in 1989, I put her in a special. I did her character. So it's you constantly, I think that life is broader than anything you'd ever dream of doing.
Yeah, well, people wouldn't believe that that's a real character.
Oh yeah. Tina Louise, you put that Kremlin back in, lady. Never leave the chair. Stop! Get over here, Stefan. You get upstairs and tell Randy that cookie's for you. But anyway, and when Jackie married Onassis, brain freeze, brain freeze. It was frightening.
Well, you get to do, people are raving you. In Little Me, you get to do a lot of different characters.
I did many characters.
And
characters.
people are saying there's Tony buzz.
Oh, please. It's funny. Rave schmave. When people call me this kind of Broadway's Count Prince of mirth and laughter, I guess I say with all due respect, family circle, I don't get it. Because that's their opinion, not me. I don't, if a Tony comes my way, because certainly I'm paying enough money for it, I would say what a joy.
Uh-huh.
I was nominated once before in '93, lost to some idiot.
Let's mention his name.
Brent Carver, brilliant performer. Right. He'll probably be nominated again this year.
And you've done the Tonys as a presenter, right?
I actually bombed. So one of the, we all bomb.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Really? But
Tell me of this bombing.
I bombed so badly on the Tonys once. It was the following year. I'd been nominated. I lost. Bernadette Peters and I were both nominated, both in the same show. We lost. So the next year, they thought it'd be cute to have us come out and present. And I had this joke, and it wasn't. I didn't know how it would play, and I kept running it past me. But the joke was, I said, "Hey, Bernadette, I haven't worn this tuxedo since last year's Tony Awards." She says, "How do you know?" "Because I just found Sally Kirkland's home number in this pocket." Exactly. So, but so I was saying, geez, I don't know. I mean, it could be kind of like hip and esoteric, or it could be like nothing. And by the way, it was nothing. But I was running it past people in the green room. Tony Randall was there, and I said, "Tony, what do you think of this line?" He said, "Martin, I think it is too inside. What if you say you reached into your pocket and pulled out Carol Channing's brassiere? What if you say that?" I said, "No." Yeah, really.
That's working.
You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
And and George Abbott, he was 107 at the time. He's now dead. He was a 107-year-old producer being honored that night. I said, "Mr. Abbott." "Mr. Abbott."
But he was alive at the time.
Well, if you call that living. I said, "Mr. Abbott." "Mr. Abbott, what do you think of this line?" Sally Kirkland's home number. He went, and I assumed that was approval. I later found out that he was just simply asking for why. But I didn't know that at the time.
It's his fault.
Yeah, and then Robin was there, Robin Williams. And I said, "Robin, what do you think of the..." Oh, Kirkland, not Captain Kirk. Oh, wonderful. Oh, put down that Captain Kirk now. So he never, oh, Kirk, it's good. Oh, thank you. Oh, cigar, like a cigar. Oh, Mike. Oh, water. Oh. So he never really got to it because he got riffing. As Rob does.
Yes, I know.
Comedy, what you were saying backstage. You have all the. I love Andy because he has all these terms. Some of them are from another era, but like when you passed my dressing room and went, "Hey, turkey," like that.
Right.
But he said
Sure.
he always used that term, comedy riff.
Yeah,
right. That's your thing.
Sure.
That's what he was on.
That's what he was doing.
So I went out and bombed. Just silence.
Yeah.
There was not this huge. Crickets.
It's a good thing that cricket was there.
And I saw Joan Irving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're desperately tight on time, but we got to get to Alice in Wonderland, which is this thing that you've done for NBC.
Yes.
You play the Mad Hatter.
It's a stretch, Conan. Yes, and again, I'm not one. I'm not. I'm very shy. This is all just masking the pain. But if I don't get an Emmy nod, there's no justice in Hollywood.
Let's take a look. We have a clip here. Do we need to set this up or just let it?
This is at the Tea Party, the Mad Hatter. We know the character. He is mentally insane. And this is Alice, Tina Majorino, I'm sorry, and who's on here tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
And this is NBC Sunday night at 8 p.m.
Let's take a look.
All right.
Get your hair cut.
You shouldn't make personal remarks. It's very rude.
I didn't know that. Personal remarks are rude. Egad, you learn something new every day. Make a note of that, Marchie. It might come in useful. Now, I have one for you. Ooh. Why is the raven like a writing desk?
Why is a raven?
I'm not talking to you.
Why not? Aren't I good enough?
You've heard it before.
But you were looking at me when you said, why is a raven?
I'm asking Alice!
He's a little Hitler in there. Alice in Wonderland is this Sunday, February 28th at 8 o'clock p.m. right here on good old NBC. Martin Short, you never, ever disappoint. Thank you so much for coming
really?
by.
Thank you
Always
very
hilarious.
much.
Martin Short. All right, everybody. You may still here. You may recognize. You be quiet.
All right.
You may recognize my next guest from the Revlon and Wonder Bra advertising campaigns. I'm a big fan of the Wonder Bra. You can also find her in this year's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, wearing a painted-on swimsuit. Oh yeah, that's right. Please welcome everybody, the lovely Sarah O'Hare. How are you?
Great, thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming on the show.
I didn't come in my painted-on swimsuit, though. Sorry.
Well, let's talk about the painted-on swimsuit is causing a national sensation. Everyone's talking about it. I've tried it myself. It's not the same. Is this thing, is it practical? Do you think this is ever going to happen, like where women are walking along real beaches with painted-on swimsuits? Please say yes, please say yes.
Well, I wouldn't really advise it. You know, after we painted it on, it took about 7 or 8 hours to paint the swimsuits on.
You said we. Is this a job guys get? Like, I gotta go to work today. Paint the beautiful model's body.
No, but it's no, it was a girl that painted it on. She was amazing. But it took about 7 hours to paint it on, and then we'd go sort of frolicking in the water, and after about 10 minutes of having our picture taken, well, you can imagine, I'll leave it to you.
Yes. I'm imagining that right now. So the whole thing dissolved in the water.
Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't
You
advise
come running
it.
out completely naked. Let's do it again. This was shot on an island of some kind, the whole Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Yeah, we got to shoot it in the British Virgin Islands, which were beautiful.
Yeah.
But you know, the first island we went to actually was Guana Island, and I don't know how this happened, but it happened to be Scientist Month on Guana Island. So we had 30 scientists and me being shot for Sports Illustrated. So we had the scientists all in their Coke bottle glasses and their long beards and their, lab coats, like sort of coming down and going, "Can I study the fibers of your swimsuit?" And all of a sudden, I guess the frogs weren't so interesting anymore. But yeah, it was Scientist
So
Month
you were
Guana
on
Island.
Nerd Island, pretty much.
Yes.
Well, let's get to some of the pictures. People want to see these pictures. You're very beautiful in this. There you are. What are you studying there? Is that some sort of...
Some sea coral.
Yes. Doing some important research there.
I was, yes. Studying very hard.
Beach jump, yeah.
I didn't see any sea coral.
You get an F.
There was.
Let's see another one here. Just moving on, seeing the beautiful photos. And
Oh, yeah.
that's not a bathing suit.
Oh, that was so funny.
This isn't even a bathing suit issue anymore.
We
It's
got
just...
a little creative, yes, we did. I got a bikini made of sand. We got some branches off a tree and sort of made them into bikini. Yes, there it is.
So that's not a bikini you can purchase anywhere.
No.
Yeah, I thought that was the point.
Yeah.
I thought it was
just...
to show off this bathing suit. So like,
Yes,
like I'm
Andy,
gonna
that's
come
the
home.
point.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, ostensibly, was always the cover. So it's like I'm gonna come home to my wife now. Here's 3 leaves, honey.
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated says it's legitimate.
Man, are you L7, dude?
I'm sorry.
That's not the point. Now, you're Australian.
Yes.
I am, Irish Catholic from Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Very repressed, very ashamed of my body, as I should be. You, on the other hand, are from Australia. Are you comfortable with nudity?
Well,
Are Australians happy with their...
Growing up on the beach, I'd have to say I was pretty comfortable. That's what I always say about that sand bikini. I mean, I really grew up on the beach my whole life. It was amazing. And Well, actually, you just missed. We just had a nude surfing. We have an annual nude surfing competition in Australia, televised.
Really? And
yes,
is it?
We do. And it's hysterical. I mean, guys and girls.
It's televised? What kind of?
It's televised.
Do they show everything, or what?
Well,
I mean,
maybe I think they might have those little fuzzy things that they put on the screen. You know, those things they put.
Oh,
on.
for the witness protection program.
That's it.
His penis committed a murder years ago and cannot be seen. I can say that word. That's not.
Is that allowed?
Martin's angry with me. I'm working blue.
No, I'm not angry. You're working blue, and I don't get it. But you know, I think the kids today, oh, go ahead. She wore a swimsuit made of sand. Give me it. No, forget it.
But no, we've had a lot of fun. We just did a Wonder Bra event today as well.
Let's discuss the Wonder Bra. Now, help me out here. I'm fascinated. It's not just a bra, it's the Wonder Bra. In Germany, the Uber Bra. And I'm curious, what...
No, in Germany, it's called the Stoppenfloppen. Everyone knows that.
Jerry Lewis came back! Anyway... but the Wonder Bra, is it oh, they're telling me we're out of time?
Oh, come on.
Talk about the Wonder Bra.
No, we're out of time.
We got a bit into later. Come on.
No. We are not doing that. The Black Crows are here tonight, and it's a big night. We got to get everything in.
All right.
But would you come back sometime and discuss the Wonder Bra technology with me?
We'll discuss the Wonder Bra technology with you.
It doesn't have to be on the show. Sarah's in Sports Illustrated, of course, and Revlon and Wonder Bra ad campaigns, but we'll talk more about that over dinner. Sarah O'Hare, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the Black Crow.